doing out there, but
You're flying, I assume.
what?
You're flying, I assume.
Yeah, I drove out there last year because of COVID.
Yeah.
That's a long, long drive.
Especially in a trailer and a mobile home.
Yeah, my wife bought a mobile home and she made a profit when she sold it. But
Can't argue with
we're going
that.
to go through Colorado and visit some people, but 70 was closed for part of the way because of the fires.
Yeah.
And so we went north, and then on the way back, we were coming back. We were going to go, I guess it was October. We were going to wait till November to come back, but then everything started shutting, like in Wyoming, October 31st, everything shuts down as far as campgrounds and stuff, and snow. And I wasn't thinking of all that. I wasn't a very good traveler.
I don't like to drive that far either, especially with this.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So they got
Then we went south, and that was a pretty nice ride.
through Texas or New Mexico.
Yeah, and Arizona, and and Texas. And but the problem was my wife wouldn't go in anywhere to use the bathroom or anything like that, so we were kind of like stuck. Even though we were traveling, we were still in the same vehicle all the time. Now it's gotten a little better. People are doing some things, but my kids were glad to see us when we got out there. That was, that proved to them that we were willing to do it. But the RV was pretty funny because my wife's girlfriend, her kids needed to go out to Seattle to see their father-in-law because they just had a baby. So they found this RV for like $52,000. It was only 2 years old. It had 1,800 miles on it. So we bought it for 52. It was 24 feet long. And then they drove out to Seattle for 2 months and came home. So that was like 8,000 miles. We drove out to Oakland and came home. That was another 7,500. We took it back to the dealership where we bought it from. And he said, well, hey, I think we should charge 61 for it now. And he sold it within 2 weeks.
Wow. That's not bad if you can get it. And usually those things depreciate. Instead, you made money off of it.
Well, I think they'd start depreciating now because gas is going up. But at the time, everybody was looking for them.
I drive a Chevy Silverado, and I filled it up yesterday for $75.
Yeah.
Wow. Half filled it up?
No, filled it up.
Oh, okay.
21 gallons.
Yeah.
40.
Yeah, that's about what it's here.
Yeah. Well, I have a little Hyundai that I drive, and it has an 11-gallon tank. And my wife's car, the CRV, it has a 10-gallon tank. So even filling them up is still over $30 now. It used to be like under 20 for a while,
Well, this is a big 3/4 ton truck.
Yeah, oh yeah. And you probably don't get a lot of miles to the gallon in it either.
About 10 to 12.
I remember the first car I had was a Volkswagen Beetle and had a 10-gallon tank, and it used to cost me like $3 to fill it up. Because when Kent and I left Joplin, Missouri to go south, to go down to New Orleans, gas was 22 cents a gallon.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I remember, it was, when I got my first car, the Triumph Spitfire, I remember filling the first time I filled it up, and it only had an 8-gallon tank. The first time I filled it up was at a Phillips gas station on Jefferson Highway by my house. And I remember it being, I don't know if it was 22 cents, but it was pretty cheap. I know I filled it up for under $3.
Yeah, most of the time it was like 30 or 32 cents in St. Louis. But we got down to Joplin, Springfield, Missouri.
22 cents.
Yeah, it was 22. That was the only time I ever saw it that low.
You can't fill your lawnmower for that.
No.
Yeah.
But,
thanks, Mr. Biden.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think it's a lot more than that, but it's I was going to try something. What was it? Mike Johnson sent me those links. Well, he sent them to everybody, I think, those links for the.
Yeah, you want to try and see how they look on?
Yeah, I can see what it looks like. Let me see if I can pull one in and just see how it looks on the.
Snake, we had a lot of problems when we put videos up.
Yeah, it usually looks very jerky, so I was going to see if this might help.
Hey, Chris.
How you doing, guys?
Howdy, Chris.
Ah, right.
Back in the
Hey, there
beach.
you are. What's happening?
Not much here.
Not much here either. Just
Yeah.
we're getting our first taste of some chilly weather and rainy. Not very much. Not very pleasant.
Oh, okay.
But-
How cold is it?
Well, it goes down to like the 40s at night and sort of in the 50s during the day, but it's rainy and miserable. We had a tornado come through last night.
Oh my God.
Wow. No,
Through
I
the
didn't
city.
really. Yeah, that's Cincinnati
No.
Pittsburgh.
No, Pittsburgh.
or Pittsburgh. Okay.
Yeah, that it through town? Or was it?
It missed me. It was sort of south of Pittsburgh, hit some of the suburbs.
Ooh, a lot of
But
damage.
it's scary. All of our phones went off with these warnings about head to the basement, and you don't know whether to take them seriously or not. I'm looking out the window. It was just raining or something like that. But I guess those things can strike pretty quickly. And
Yeah, I used to work for Verizon a lot. I would go whenever there'd be a disaster. I would go and film people. I went down into Virginia where they had a big tornado come through, and I met a couple of people. Like this one guy, he was drunk, but he went to sleep in his trailer, and he woke up in the cornfield, and they never found the trailer. So he was fortunate. But everybody, and then there was this other man who his family went to the basement, and the wind is blowing, and the carpeting on the floor start flying around from the wind, and then they look up, and the house is gone. And Verizon got the idea that maybe they should not charge them for extra phones because everybody had lost their phone. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. But they all said the same thing. We hear a train coming, and then all hell breaks loose.
yeah,
We had kind of a gruesome. I saw one in Iowa. My dad was a veterinarian, and he went out and didn't do anything but carry a gun, just euthanize animals. And there's cows with a fence post stuck through them, and
Ooh.
straw straight into a barn door, or into a barn. It was, and one lady tried to threw her baby into a storm cellar, and she didn't make it. Wound up in the trees.
Yeah, I'm just going to try this video out and see if it doesn't look too bad. See how it works.
Hey, Chris.
It steps a little, but we can't hear it.
There was one that
Mike Johnson sent. There's Chris.
yep.
Heard me.
Charlie Borneman.
That's me in a striped shirt. Dennis Condry. Jamie.
that's really kind of jerky, but I think that's just the way it was shot.
But what about the audio?
Okay. The audio, you can't hear it?
No.
No.
Okay, well. I just wanted to try it out, see what happened there. Okay. All right. Now somebody sent the links to the videos. I just thought I'd see how they would play on the thing. I'd have to see how the how to get the audio on there. Okay. All right. We'll play with that one day time. We'll just Zoom each other and
Yeah.
see if we can get that working. Okay.
I was in touch with Jamie Bryce this week. He sort of came on Facebook, and he hadn't been on for months and months, but he just, and I wrote back to him and I said, just nice to see you back on Facebook. And he said, I'll stay in touch and blah, blah, but there was no particular news. And I don't know why he hadn't been on. I don't know if he had been ill or anything like that. But
I like him. He's a good guy.
yeah, Jamie's a good guy.
Hi, Jim.
Howdy, Jim.
Hiya.
Hey, Jim.
All is well?
Yeah, it's all well with us.
So far.
But
I'm
Tom's
having
got
a
this-
I'm having
Tom's
a
got
war
his
with.
mustache all worked up here. I saw that. I like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm using a different computer. I had computer problems, and the computer's looking up at me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, John sent some pictures from England. Can you see that?
Oh,
My,
I see that. Yeah.
Oh, my.
Well, it was
It's a cricket
Really?
game. It was your father's mustache cricket team.
good night. Good night.
With somebody in blackface, right?
Yeah, it does look like it. Maybe it's a mask. Can you go back in on it again, Tom? You've made it big.
It's go back in on. Did it go away?
No, it's there. No, you had it big first, and then it
I don't know how I did it.
you see that green button all the way on the top left? If you hit that, the green one,
Oops.
that's red. the other green one.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
Let's try that again.
Okay.
Share the screen.
Okay.
Oh, hell.
Oh.
I think I screwed it up. I don't mean to be an idiot with this stuff, but
Okay.
Oh.
Easily done. Easily done.
so is that sharing it?
Oh, yeah, but it was. Yeah, now it's got your whole.
How's that?
Oh,
That's
better.
it.
That's bigger. Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
blackface.
it does look like somebody's wearing blackface, like he's in
Sure
the
does.
Zulu
Oh
parade or
yeah,
something.
I didn't see that before. Wow.
Yeah.
It was
But-
hidden in the shop.
But here's your father's mustache.
Yeah. And looks like he's got dice in his pants too, or something. The guy with the blackface. I'm not sure what that is. What is that? It looks like dice.
Well, look at this guy over here. He looks like he's got chimpanzee lips or something.
Yeah. Yeah, and the guy in the second was copping a feel for, I don't know if that's a guy in a dress or
So it says, this really cricket. Stars of stage, screen, and sports world who took part in a comic cricket match between Roy Castle's, I can't see it, cuts off, and Bill Perry's All-Star in
aid of
aid
the
of the
British Leprosy Relief Foundation. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. The
Well,
Leprosy Relief Foundation.
Mhm.
but we do see your father's mustache right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Have you ever seen a cricket game?
Hmm.
Or a cricket match, I should say. It's not a game, it's a match.
Not a whole one. I've seen parts of it, and I know the scores get to be obnoxious though. Like,
They go on for days. I mean,
yeah,
there are short matches which run about 3 or 4 hours, and then there are the test matches between the country teams, and they last 3 to 5 days. It's extraordinary, and they break for tea at 4 o'clock, and it's funny. I mean, it's quite a game.
yeah. It seems like I've heard the scores from some of them, like 100 and something to
Oh, it could
whatever,
be 500 to 300 at the end of the day.
It's like-
Sure. Yeah.
yeah.
No Americans could handle that one.
Yeah, well,
No.
I don't know if the advertisers got a hold of something that lasts that long, they might, especially when they break for tea, they can advertise everything.
It's hard enough watching the World Series when they're playing out in Los Angeles and they go until 1 o'clock in the morning
Yes.
Mhm.
because they
Yeah.
change the pitchers every 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, did you watch it last night? It was quite a game. Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
I've been pulling for Boston a little bit, but Boston and Atlanta in the series.
Well, they're playing
That would be-
today.
That would be if that happens, Snake, that would be the first time that the Braves and the Red Sox have ever played. The first chance they had to do that was 1946.
Really.
Sorry, no. They played the Cardinals in 46. In 48, they played a 1-game playoff against the Yankees to win the pennant. And then they played the series. Then they played a playoff with the Cleveland Indians, and the Cleveland Indians beat the Red Sox 2 games out of 3, and then they played the Boston Braves. The Boston Braves then moved to Milwaukee, and then they moved to Atlanta, and that's where we are now.
Oh, boy.
Oh wow, the Braves were in Boston. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I got their field was called Braves Field then, but it's now called Nickerson Field, and it's part of Boston University Sports Complex. And I got my MBA degree there. It was kind of funny standing on the place where the Boston Braves used to play. It was great.
Yeah. Now, I guess when I came into following baseball, they were Milwaukee at the time. Back in the late 50s, early 60s. That's the earliest I can remember following baseball. So.
That was a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You follow baseball quite a bit, huh?
Sounds like.
Oh, I'm a big baseball fan. I love the game. It's great. It's a great game.
Yeah, I was at the opening game of the Rockies in '93.
I was a Brooklyn Dodgers fan, used to go see them at Ebbets Field. And when they left town, boy, our hearts were broken. And everybody had to find another team, but nobody wanted to be a Yankee who had been a Brooklyn Dodger fan. We just weren't going to go there.
Oh, no.
And so
Petrie couldn't do that.
No. So I went with the Milwaukee Braves because they had all players that I loved, Hank Bauer and Hank Aaron and just great pitchers and great players.
Oh yeah.
Warren Spahn, I think he was a part of that Milwaukee Braves team.
For a while, yeah. For a while.
Yeah.
He was the end of his career. He was toward the end of his career by then.
Yeah.
The old expression, Boston had 2 great pitchers at that point. Boston had, Braves, had Warren Spahn and Johnny Sain. And the old expression was Spahn and Sain, pray for rain.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I started my career in photography. I was 16 years old working at the St. Louis Post-Dispatch as a copy boy, and the UPI photographer said, "Can you get off early on a Saturday afternoon?" And I did, and he took me to Busch Stadium, where I had only been in the bleachers. And we went up to the press box cafeteria and had lunch for free, which was amazing. And then we went and sat on the field, and I was like, "Holy cow, this is great!" And I said, "This is how you make your living?" And he said, "Yep." And I said, "Okay."
Sign me up, yeah.
Yeah. Tom sent me, well, these are ones Tom had from last week. He sent copies to me. That's LaRue Cole there with the sandwich board on.
That's LaRue? Wow.
That's LaRue. Yeah. We used to walk up and down the street with that sandwich board on and hand out passes to get into the club. And we would actually get, if you had your it was a little pad, and you would just tear them off and hand them to people. And everybody that came in with one of those passes, they would give the guy who worked in the sandwich board 50 cents.
Nice.
Yeah. The only trouble is you'd walk in front of the street, and if you went across in front of some of these other clubs that had their own barkers out on the street, they would like shove you out, try to get you out of their doorway,
Sure.
because you're trying to hustle the same customers they are,
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know if we had the sandwich board when you started, Tom, did we?
No,
Okay.
it wasn't. I never did it.
Yeah, I worked it a few times. It wasn't fun, but you did make a few extra bucks because you'd wear it like if you were one of the waiters that they like we 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th waiter. Before you put you on, if you wanted to make a few bucks, you could walk up and down the street with the sandwich board on.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bourbon Street at that time was quite the place to be.
Yeah. Yeah, you were competing also with the Hare Krishnas and the Process. All these people, trying to get you to do things, and they had another thing, NOLA Express, which was locally printed newspaper, and it would be hawking that up and down the street too, so.
And then right across the street was the My Club, or the
No, Silver Frolics.
Silver Frolics. Boys will be girls.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They used to come into the club on ladies' night.
They were great. They were fine.
I'm not kidding. They were coming, and we would, we would kind of split the difference between regular price and ladies' prices.
Sometimes you'd come to work and they wouldn't have opened yet, but one of them would be sitting outside putting the makeup on and changing from a boy to a girl, and it was pretty funny.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could stand that process, looking at that process. I just don't know.
Yeah.
Well, put up with anything.
Yeah, if you just walking to and from work, you see worse than that when you worked on Bourbon Street.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the good thing was we could do no wrong. As an employee on Bourbon Street, the police would always believe us.
Mm-hmm.
And just grab people, and they were crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, we had altercations in the club, and basically our whole effort was to get them out on the street, not to subdue them or anything, just get their feet off the ground and get them on the street.
Yep.
And then the police would take them.
And then during Mardi Gras, your feet didn't touch the ground. There was just so many people out there all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, my only experience in New Orleans was during Mardi Gras, and it was. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh man, you couldn't even go get anything to eat. You couldn't get there. Can you see this picture?
So it looks like a guy. Looks like a guy in a dress playing a banjo.
Supposedly, it's Joel playing at a party.
Oh,
a party in Blackpool.
I believe that.
It's not his banjo, so he must be in Blackpool borrowing a banjo.
I guess it looks kind of like Joel.
I'm not really sure. It might be his banjo because from the gold tone ring, from the gold around the resonator. But I can't tell from the fretboard about of the decoration, so I can't identify any further than that.
Yeah. Well, what chord is he playing?
C.
C. Yeah. So, what song do you think that would be? Anything? Huh?
Any one of about 10,000 songs.
Yeah. Maybe it's How You Gonna Keep Them Down on the Farm.
Yeah, Joel would be capable of a stunt like that.
Had boots on,
I would not put it past him.
Good-looking legs. What the hell?
Yeah.
Well, as you well know, he did have a fancy, or does have a fancy for showing off his body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this week he was 85.
Yeah, and
wow.
And I can also believe that would happen in Britain because they did have that. They've had an interesting difference in social attitudes for years about this sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And in other words, doing this sort of entertainment on a public and visible basis, as opposed to let's say homosexual clubs and things like that. This was far more open in Britain for years.
Yeah. Well, it's also become of a spoof kind of thing almost too.
Yeah, because he's got.
I'm sure this was. Sure, but it's in that arena. I mean, talking about.
Yeah. At the same time as Monty Python was on TV.
I loved Monty Python. That was the funniest damn thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember watching every Friday night. I would stay home and watch it. That's when they showed it here it was on public broadcast, and we would get it.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Faulty Towers with John Cleese?
Yes, I love that. In fact, I have the collection of that. I have it.
Yeah, we have the collection too. That was a scream.
Yeah.
What you making, Chris?
Putting the pizza in the pan for tonight.
Can't
Gotta
you
stretch
throw,
out my dough.
can you throw it up for a few times for us?
I don't throw.
Well, you could try. Only everybody in the world will see it.
I mean, I could throw it. I just couldn't retrieve it.
Okay.
What'd you make with your grandson this week?
We made a like a pound cake. It's a cream cheese pound cake.
Ooh,
And
happy cholesterol.
Yeah, that'd
yeah,
be like
Oh.
wouldn't that be like a cream cheese pound and a half cake?
That's what we called it, the pound and a half cake. But we only
okay.
made a half batch, so it was like a 3/4 pound cake. And he was funny. He insisted on putting food coloring in his. He said it'll taste better if it's pink. I said I don't think so,
Mm.
but I don't discourage him from his creativity. Anyway, I made mine, and it came fine. But I make them in little loaves so that you can.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
But it comes nice.
Cut a little
Dark.
slice, have a cup of coffee or tea or something with it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just a little something.
Yeah.
I'm always cooking because I'm this. It's what I'd rather do than other hobbies and things like that.
Yeah. Well, it's a great hobby. You can eat it.
Yeah. My wife appreciates it, so.
Yeah.
It's a miracle that you don't weigh 100,000 pounds. I mean, every cook that I see that like Emerald and like Paul Prudhomme, all those,
Yeah.
Oh, God, Paul Prudhomme.
they're all huge. They're all huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't meet
Prudhomme.
Paul. I met Paul Prudhomme, but towards the end of his life, he had lost a tremendous amount of weight. He had one of those bypass surgeries,
Yeah. Sure.
and
yeah.
but as a result of his being laid up, his legs didn't work anymore. He had to go around on a scooter.
Well, he had a cane 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Howdy, Roger.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Okay.
Hey, Roger.
I'm here now.
He is.
I tried to be somewhere else, but I couldn't be. Oh no. Always here and now. What's new and exciting this week?
Very little.
Well,
Chris is making a pizza, and we're watching him make his pizza.
Oh, okay. What's the name?
John sent us some pictures from England.
Where are they?
If you've ever seen these.
No.
This is the look real.
Yeah.
That's Blackpool. It's your father's mustache right in the middle. It's a cricket game.
Of course.
Little black face going on.
Great.
We kind of thought you might have been there.
Yeah, right. It's me. You think, I don't know if all those people work for the mustache, but probably several of them did.
Yeah. What is that one, that ribbon that's on the lady down front? I assume it's a lady. Miss Premium something. Miss Premium Bomb? I don't know. Miss Premium.
I don't know.
And this guy up here's got his hand on the boobs. So
Yeah. Can't even be sure that's a girl though.
This really creeped stars of the stage.
They get that other girl with a mustache kind of vest on and a mustache.
She probably worked at the club.
That would have been a heck of a. I guess if you have to see a cricket match, that would have been a good one.
Yeah, I didn't get to see that.
Yeah.
I saw some Guinness pubs, but I didn't see the cricket match.
Mm-hmm.
Stanley Park. Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Are there any more?
yeah, there was one more. Hold on, it's coming.
There we go.
Oh God, get rid of that one. Okay. This next one is very strange.
What was the first one? That is very strange.
Supposedly that's Joel at
Yeah,
a party in Blackpool.
At a gay party, huh? That's good. That's good to know.
He's got an A cup on, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder where that was taken at.
Well, Vincent sent him to John, and Vincent England, and
Right.
these were from Blackpool, so.
Yeah, yeah. I was hoping they'd have some of the club there.
This was one of the times when you were taking care of everything in New York, and Joel was over in Blackpool.
Yeah.
I'm just making that up. So
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it looks like he even has go-go boots on.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, that are cowboy boots.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Joel's alter ego taken off.
yeah. Jolene.
Jolie.
Oh, Jesus.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's only two you have, huh?
That's all he sent. Yeah.
It's all the new ones.
I wonder, I was in contact with Harry Black's son. I wonder if he'd have some. I'll have to get hold of
It's worthwhile asking,
Yeah, I just thought of that when we were talking about it. As a,
because Billy and I are running out of photos to put up.
Yeah, well, we had that. Yeah, we had that picture from a while back that had all those different beers that they were tapping at the Blackpool Club. You know.
yeah, but they were warm.
Yeah.
Hey, Roger, do you know if Marie Black is still alive?
What was that?
Do you know if Marie Black was still alive? Harry's wife?
Harry Black?
Harry's wife.
His wife.
I don't know if she is or not. I know when Harry passed away, his son sent me an email, and I thought I posted it somewhere, and I don't know.
I get Christmas cards from them every year.
Yeah, yeah. She was a very sweet lady. I got to know her when I was over in Blackpool, and she came to a reunion. That was nice. But a lot of times Harry was over here just playing for Mustache, and she stayed in England.
He was a Carnegie, or she was.
Yeah. Good guy, real good guy. And his brother, he had a brother, something was his brother's name. I think his brother played the washboard. Can't remember his name though. The Black Brothers.
Yeah. Well, here's a picture for Roger. Has his old. He has his old
Here.
club. Clarity.
Clarity.
That's Rick's wife. Or
Yeah, Rick's second wife, Karen. Yeah.
Karen was his first wife.
No, it's the second one. He had a wife named Linda before he married Karen.
He had a wife before Karen?
Yeah, yeah.
He did.
Karen was his second wife. Yeah.
That little rascal. I didn't know
Beer
that.
and wine, 55
Yeah.
cents.
Yeah.
50 cents.
Beer and wine, 55 cents, Roger. Good deal, man. No, Clarity was a good club. I enjoyed that. Because they shared the beer cooler with your father's mustache.
Yeah.
You could walk,
And the
walk through the
bathroom.
beer cooler. Yeah.
You
Bathroom.
walk into the men's room and walk out in or any of the restrooms.
Yeah.
You can walk into the Clarity, and there were a lot of people that got really screwed up because it was
Okay.
it was really loud in the mustache, and then you'd
Yeah, then
walk
you
into
walk there,
Clarity, and it would be kind of
That's
very
more
mellow.
or something.
Yeah. Well, of course, there was a different club, but also Molly's Irish Pub. If you went in the bathroom in there, you could come out in the dungeon.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
You went into a whole go from an Irish bar into like a heavy metal, whatever the hell that thing was. The
That was
dungeon. Yeah.
the dungeon was best late at night.
Yeah.
When everybody got off work, you go down there and all kinds of shit would be going
I
on.
remember Bill Sawyer worked for Molly's for quite a while after the mustache burned down. Yeah.
The dungeon.
You could always count on going over there for a drink, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, you knew where your friends were working, you could go get a drink. That's true.
Yeah, we put this one up earlier with LaRue when he was very young. Let's see, I'm gonna have to go back and share that. Let's see, share screen.
Yeah, I have a whole series of those with him.
Yeah, it might have come from your collection. I don't know, but these things just kind of float around, and anything. So Tom had gotten it from somebody last December, you know,
Yeah.
and he
Probably
sent them to me.
got off that website. I posted that. I posted
Yeah.
several of him. He was
Yeah.
funny at that point. He always was funny. We're
Yeah.
walking around up and down Bourbon Street with that sign on.
Yeah. No, we always, the waiters could take turns doing it.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. We'd give out the little passes to get into the club, and if they use your little pass, the little tear off ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Free
Yeah, and
admission.
you get a bonus for everyone that the people came in with. So yeah.
So why did they stop doing that, Roger? Because it wasn't there when I got there.
The sandwich board thing.
Yeah.
I really don't know why they stopped doing it, or why we stopped doing it at the point in time.
Yeah.
I don't know if we got some objections from other people on the street or the tourist commission or what. I don't remember that being a problem.
Yeah, maybe it was outside advertising or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you could advertise anywhere. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
professionally, because we had the best advertising campaign in the city,
Mhm.
probably next
Yeah.
to Pat O'Brien's. In those days, when you land at the airport, we had a big billboard right where you picked your luggage up with your father's mustache and the guy playing the banjo on it. Then you had to come in New Orleans on the airline highway, and we had the first movable billboard on the highway. With I had to take a picture out of those. I have it. And there was a guy playing the banjo, but his hand would move up and down, his head would go sideways.
Really?
Oh yeah.
And then when
Yeah.
you get into your hotel room, we were advertising C Magazine. And in the hotels on the highway, we had our little poster board up with the stickers on it. Get tear off and come into the club with them. And then, of course, all the great music playing and the crazy waiters drove you right in as you walked down Bourbon Street. It was fun. Look, he's going
This
to
is
town there. What kind of cheese
This
is
is
that?
an old one from the Frontier days.
Frontier Days.
That's all the captions said that I had.
Frontier
Yeah.
Days, I am.
That was some of the stuff.
Is that yeah? Is that the show band?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a show band. Is that Banu and
Yeah.
the other girl, Christine?
Christine.
Yeah.
Who's playing the banjo
It's
there?
Christine on trombone.
Right.
Who's playing the banjo there? I can't see that.
I can't tell. I can't tell.
Oh. Interesting.
That might be Jeff because he did these gigs.
Yeah, there were a lot of other pictures where Jeff was with Banu and Christine.
Yeah. Everybody know the tuba player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those weekend warriors. Get on
Could
the get pull your list out and find me a tuba player and call him.
Yeah. We need John Murata to fill us in on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a nice kitchen. Get back in there.
He's making a pizza for us.
Oh, great. I like pizza.
Got my Locatelli cheese.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw you shredding it there. There you go. On your little cheese
Hi,
tray.
Ira. Didn't see you coming
Hey,
in.
guys.
Yeah, it's about time for Ivor to come in.
Yeah, it's about thin out. There's only 7 of us here.
There's Ira.
Yeah, I know that Rick Haley is in Hawaii.
And David
And
Krippner's got some friends in town. So
Yeah, I don't know where Barry is though. It's unusual for Barry not to be here.
Yeah.
In fact, I had lunch yesterday with one of his cousins. I didn't know it was his cousin at the time when I first got there. But when he said his last name was Foulon, I said, "You must know Barry." He says, "That's my cousin." Yeah, Robert Bob Foulon. Yeah.
Yeah. All his kids look like him, so I think got that big smile and cute little cheeks. Anything exciting in New Orleans going on?
Well, they were supposed to, I guess. No, it would have been last week. They would have done the Jazz Fest, but the COVID canceled it again. So, but because they were going to do all that in October, about the week before we were going to go to New Haven. So, yeah.
They say that the boot parades is going to be determined whether they can do Mardi Gras or not.
They're testing it out, but I don't know what they mean by testing it out. I mean, you know,
New Orleans doesn't have to test a parade out.
yeah. I mean, I don't know how they're going to test if people get. I mean, to me, they're already having Saints games with, you know, full stadiums and everything else. So I don't see how having people together on the street for a Mardi Gras parade is going to make any, you know, be any different. You know, except for it attracts a lot of people from out of town, and there's no way to tell if they've been vaccinated or not. They check your vaccination and all that records before you get in the Superdome, supposedly. You know.
Well, at least if they're trying, that's important.
Yeah, the last couple times I went to eat, New Orleans, they asked me for my vaccination cards too. You know.
It did?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Really?
I went to Five Happiness a few weeks ago, and they asked me for a vaccination card to go in there. And then Rizzuto's Italian place, both times they asked for vaccination cards to get in.
You just have it on your phone, or did you actually carry it with you?
I have it on my phone, but I also have the paper card in my wallet.
Yeah.
The thing on my phone just looks like one of those barcode things. I don't see how you could tell what the hell that is, you know?
Really?
Interesting.
Well, there's a lot of fake cards out there anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they're all handwritten,
eBay.
you know? I mean, I don't think it'd be a big trick to fake one of those, you know?
Didn't some hockey player fake one and he got
Yes.
a fine
He got
for,
suspended too.
yeah, for how many games? Many.
I think like 20 games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
They figured it out.
How
Why
many
would
games during a hockey season?
You need a cup of coffee. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to see where the hell that thing is. Let's see.
I just been trying to find the billboard. I got it somewhere, but I can't find it.
Oh, the billboard?
Yeah, the airline highway billboard.
Yeah, I have it too.
I got to go through these and name them all.
That's the trouble. You get going to put them aside, then all right, what the hell did I do with it? Okay, Ira.
Ira, are we keeping you awake, buddy?
I'm tired.
I can tell.
Turn the music
Yeah.
up, Ira.
What have y'all been cutting up to?
Oh shit, what's her name? From Sarasota.
Races?
No,
Joan?
banjo player, the girl from Sarasota.
Joan.
Hilda.
Who? What's her name? She's been in a lot of meetings, but earlier.
Joan Dragon?
Dragon.
Yeah, Joan. She hasn't been here in a while.
So,
Oh, yeah.
She sends notes every once in a while that she's been busy at her shop.
Well, she's running a jazz festival in 2 weeks too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A major jazz festival. I mean, no small affair, that one.
It's called the Sun Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Sun Coast, right. Yeah. That should be fun. Is that held in Sarasota? Or is it
No,
held
it's in Clearwater.
Clearwater.
Clearwater? That's just
Clearwater Beach, not Clearwater. Clearwater Beach.
That's just an hour.
That's an important distinction. You got-
Down there, it's very important.
the natives are offended if you blow that one.
That was a fun gig too. Down in Clearwater.
Get something there.
I had been planning to go to that festival, but I think I'm going to pass this year. Just wait one more year.
It's tough
Yeah, well,
about traveling.
How many people does it attract?
a lot,
Hundreds, yeah.
hundreds.
Hmm.
They fill 2 hotels, major hotels. And I played that festival for probably half a dozen years. I forget exactly. Yeah, I played with two different bands down there, but it's a great festival. Very nice, very nicely run. The venues are good. Of course, the weather is perfect. It's a lovely break for us because it's just getting to be winter here and it's still summer there.
Where'd it go? I had one up there and I lost it. Let's say.
Yeah, it went away. I didn't touch it.
Yeah.
Lost the picture.
Yeah, I had putting a picture up and it disappeared on me. Oh, well, I'll find it.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Geez,
You're gonna make it,
you all right? Are you
you're
all
gonna make
right?
us all start yawning. It's like, yeah, let's see. Here it is. Let's see what happened, why I couldn't get that up there. Boing,
Okay.
there. Yeah,
I've never seen that one.
I saw that picture. I've seen that.
yeah, I'm just retreading some old ones, you know,
Oh, yeah, right.
because I don't have any new ones. Yeah, all I remember is, I know Ira, but I don't know any of the other guys.
Tim Reed.
That has to be from the early 60s.
Yeah,
The Bahama Club.
King's Inn.
That's Neil DeFeo on the bottom. He's one of the guys in the t-shirts.
Oh, yeah, right.
But
sure,
the second from the left?
That's
Yep.
correct. Yeah, I missed that, but you're right. Sure it is.
There might be Barry Rank next to him.
Could be. Could be.
Yeah.
Is that Bob Stewart? The third one in next to Neil?
Could be.
God, we were young then. Ooh, Jesus. Oh, God. Joe
Yeah.
Terra looks like he's 25 years old. My God.
I
Let's
know.
get Joe Terra to go to Florida.
Yeah, really.
Well, he
Well,
got
that
all dressed up.
Yeah,
He got all
that's
dressed up for it, huh?
The guy
Wasn't that the
holding the
gang that went down to Gleason's down there?
Oh, you think that was when they played it and for the Jackie Gleason show? Because he used to go in Miami, huh? 'Cause I saw some pictures they had before with the Mustache show band with Jackie Gleason.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
Joe the bartender's down there.
Yeah.
Here's a picture I was going to show you last week about New Orleans, the people wearing the hats. Can you see it? Where is it? Oh, here it is.
Oh,
How do I get back on the
yeah.
screen?
You had to hold it up
Hold
higher
it
by
up
your
higher,
camera.
Roger.
Talking
There
right.
you go.
Huh. No, I didn't see that one before.
No.
With the
I didn't
Confederate
Got the
flag.
Confederate flag in there.
Yeah.
This was before Fred and I arrived back in New Orleans at the end of
Hmm.
65 from Cape Cod. There's some people in there you might know. I don't know. Do you see Brian Wallace in there?
It's hard to tell.
Hard to tell.
He's the one right there. Only Kim would probably know who he is. I don't know if anyone else.
Oh, yeah, I recognize him. Sure. Now that you pointed him out, sure. What a character. What a character he was. He was fun.
He was more. And Dalton Diamond's in there. You guys know Dalton Diamond, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
I know the name.
Oh, yeah.
He's right there.
I know him.
Good old Dalton Diamond.
Yeah. So that was in the late 60s, you said? That
That
group?
was, yeah, probably, I don't know when this picture was taken. Fred and I arrived back down there at the end of the summer, just right after Betsy. So,
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's
Gleason
the
picture.
Joe the bartender group right there
Yep.
Yeah.
with Sonny and
There's
Yeah,
Joe.
we found-
Walter
He was
Hart,
one of our
Joe, and
signs.
Joel,
You?
Banu. I don't recognize the blonde that's on Jackie Gleason's left side. Do you?
I reckon, I just don't remember who she is, what her name was.
Okay.
She traveled with a band once in a while.
And the guy next to
and
her, the guy
the
next to
tuba-
her, I think the tuba player was Ron Gull, but I'm
yeah,
guessing.
that's Ronnie Gall.
In the back there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about
did
face
they-
from the past. My God.
Yeah.
Oof.
Did they actually play on the show? I know he had a variety show, Jackie Gleason, but
Oh yeah, for years, but I don't think so. I think they did a club or a a show with him, but I don't think they played on his television show.
Well, they did
I
the
don't
club in Miami.
I wasn't part of that, so I don't know.
Oh, that's another one, yeah. Joe the Bartender Room.
Okay, that's where it was then, wasn't it? Joe the Bartender Room at the Hilton Hotel.
Yeah.
The Hilton Hotel, I believe, in Miami Beach.
Miami
I think
Beach.
he would always start off that bit with My Gal Sal, right? Then he used to start singing.
Yeah, Joe
When
the
he did-
bartender. They
That's
call
what-
her frivolous sound.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
My Gal Sal. And then Frank Fontaine would come in. Crazy Guggenheim. Frank Fontaine would come in and sing a bit with him.
He was a good singer.
Yeah.
He was. That was the whole shtick. It's Crazy Guggenheim, but he could really sing.
Yeah. Frankie Fontaine.
Hey, Joe. Hey, Mr. Donahue.
Dennehy.
I still don't recognize who that flapper girl is above Banu.
No, I don't. I just.
I don't know the other one either.
No,
Might have been local.
very possible, yeah.
You know, honestly, so he does have the Your Father's Mustache hat with the Joe the Bartender band on it, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. It's cool.
Amazing they found a hat that would fit Gleason's head.
It's probably cut out in the back.
Yeah. Well, he does have a large head, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He was a large person.
Very large. Yeah.
Yeah.
Larger than life, as they say.
And away we go.
Here's a picture of the banjo band at Cape Cod in '65. Kim, you might know people in this one.
Can't quite see it.
See Ronnie
Yeah.
Bill there? Are they playing lead banjo? And George
I know,
Bird. on the end.
I know he was there, but I couldn't see him in this picture.
Yeah. That's what happens when I don't load them up. What the hell? What do you mean you can't see?
Everybody.
No, Ronnie Bills plays the lead banjo in that, and George Bird with the side banjo.
Yeah.
Trying to think of the other banjo player up there. I had 3 banjo players. That was in 65. There's a picture of Russell in the kitchen. Having a good time. And this is what the kitchen looked like when we went to eat.
Oh, boy, do I remember that. Oh, boy. Yes.
It's a crazy time. Talking about sitting down having food with people that are crazy. We were all there.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So when
Story.
did y'all get to eat? Before the show or before the club opened, or?
Yeah, in the evening, in supper time,
Supper time.
6:30.
Okay.
I think I can't remember. I think we'll get sandwiches or something in the afternoon. I don't remember.
Well, everybody hung around the club. I mean, they were kind of there all day, you know.
Yeah.
And we were right on a lake, so you could get down and go fishing if you wanted, or swimming or whatever.
What's that called? Pleasant? Was that called Pleasant Lake?
Pleasant Pond, right?
Right. Fred and I'd never been to the ocean until I was 21.
Yeah, I've seen that picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Was the show band doing something with Danny Thomas, or he just,
I think I was
happened to be? Or maybe one of his telethons or something?
I don't know if they did that. I don't know.
Yeah.
No
I
idea.
think he used to do one of those telethons, kind of like Jerry Lewis does.
Yeah, they
For a
did.
while. Yeah.
Yeah, for St. Jude's, right?
Right.
And his daughter took over their program
Right.
after he passed away.
Yeah.
That girl, Marlo Thomas.
There you go. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's a picture of our dear friend Fred at Cape Cod.
Oh yeah.
He has a raccoon on his shoulder, and the raccoon's name was Rocky.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Was it a pet raccoon or what?
Yeah, we found it. It showed up at the club, and we sort of adopted and fed it and hung around. Not the sanitarious thing to do, but
That's a sort of risky thing to do because they can get vicious.
oh yeah, they're not good, exactly.
And they got their damn sharp teeth. I'll tell you, you don't want to screw with them.
And they carry rabies very well.
Yeah.
That was just one of those crazy things you do, you know.
This is just a picture that I found, but I don't know where it looks
Well,
like. It's about the same time.
It's the show band from Jackie Gleason's Joe the Bartenders.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
With Johnny Ford.
Johnny.
yeah.
Johnny Ford, yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. You're right.
Who's Johnny Ford?
Well, he was a great banjo player.
The
Not a
pride of
great guy
Philadelphia.
to get along with, but he was a great banjo player.
The pride of Philadelphia. Yeah.
I remember when we had the reunion in '85. He was there, and there was
87.
87. He
Yeah,
was
in Connecticut.
having a jam session with Ronnie Bill and Johnny Ford, and I might have been Neil Unterseer. I can't remember. It was another great banjo player. The three of them playing together was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's like a nice little stage with the footlights and all that. Was it?
Oh yeah.
Who's that on the far left with the horizontal striped shirt?
Washboard player.
Don't know who that is.
Can't tell.
No. Can't tell. Johnny was in a terrible car accident, lost an eye, and he didn't.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Oh, he had lost.
Yeah.
He lost it before the
He
reunion.
wore an eye patch. He wore
Yeah.
an eye patch.
Yep. I remember one time, John Murata sent us out on an outside job from the New York club, and and he designated me as the lead banjo player, and he put Johnny Ford as the side. I said, Johnny, don't worry, you're the lead banjo player. Just go ahead, play. I said, I'm not going to try to play over you. I don't know what John was thinking.
I don't know. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah,
I trust you kept the leader's check though, right?
I did. Well, I'm crazy, but I'm not stupid, you know.
Okay.
There you go.
You stood in the right spot, right?
Well, you exercise your leadership by delegation. That's the way to go. That's good. That's good management. That's good management.
I've been doing that my whole life. Well, I think I'm going to head out and monitor these pizzas and clean up the table. We'll be ready for you guys can come over. I got plenty of pizza here.
We'll be there in a half hour.
I like that.
Okay.
see if I
Well.
can get it right.
All right.
Okay, guys. See you
All
all
right,
next
guys.
week.
Thanks for the pizza.
Okay.
Stay
Yeah.
well.
See you guys later. I gotta go.
Be well.